Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining me, Twitch chat, and a new camera angle and streaming setup on a journey of filling in a content gap that I can't think of what videos to make for whilst we wait for the deadlock protocol, otherwise known as not quite a Warframe guide, but Warframe memes. So in today's video, I have invited Twitch chat to submit their gaming setups for review by my personal adjudication, and we shall be using the Warframe community as a whole to value and judge what we think of your gaming rigs to see just how you do in the Warframes. Again, this is a bit of a novelty video more than anything else, and there shall be some guides coming in the near future, but if you do feel like joining us on these epic adventures and intrepid connoisseurs of dapperness, then please do consider dropping by our Twitch, as we do stream every day, and we'd love to get you involved, as we do stream Warframe as our main thing, as you would kind of expect. But of course, the entire point of this channel and what we do is community involvement. So drop on by, say hi, and maybe you can join in one of the videos. So over the last 3 or 4 days, I've encouraged Twitch chat and my community as a whole to submit their gaming rigs for review, and they have done. So we're going to have a little scroll through and see just what our fellow top hatters are gaming on, starting with Avaratu. You know what? I look at this setup, and it makes me think a college student who's just got to their student accommodations for the first time, and they're like, yeah, I'm a student, I'm a gamer. I mean, to be fair, that keyboard is rather nice. It's got colored lights on it and everything. I rate this, I mean, by the fact he's playing Warframe, we know Avaratu is a safe player, so all I would have to say is, oh my god. I don't know if you can see this, hang on. Is that HAL 9000? One eye, another eye, and a big mouth. I'm sorry, top hatters. I can't let you do that. Moving on with Doobie. Now, just by the name, I'm like, oh my god. This looks exactly like my setup that I had in 2012. I've noticed that there's a bit of a trend with people having laptops as a secondary screen. I can't really say anything about this because I did this exact same thing myself because I was far too much of a poor student to afford another monitor. And you know what? I'm going to give even more credit for the very obvious mathematics this guy's been doing with that protractor down at the bottom right there. So we know not only is this guy an epic gamer with his RGB mouse, but he's a forehead player as well. I give this a 4 out of 5 potatoes because that one potato was lost in that laptop that looks like it came from 1995. Oh my sweet baby Jesus. So here we have a setup from Hellcrafter. This looks like one of the most scuffed streaming setups I think I've ever seen. Either that, or it's an up-and-coming musician that hasn't quite got the funding for his own gear yet. He's more musically inclined than I am. I am envious of anybody that can play the keyboard and the guitar at the same time. So, yeah, bravo. He's got a quill as well, so clearly this guy's British. Although, I do have to wonder based on the... Is he in an attic? I think Hellcraft is in an attic. Look at the slant on the roof. I think he's actually in his parents' attic. Only epic gamers game in attics, but I can imagine being the summer and how hot it is right now. He's probably actually not gaming right now. He's just sat there saunaing himself. Well, we have our first RGB gamer, boys. So what we got here? We got an RGB. Is that an RGB mouse pad? Really? That's a thing? I mean, I do have RGB gamer socks on myself, so I can't really say anything. All right, quick fire round. Here we have a setup from Tom the Kaiju. You know what? As far as budget setups go, it's not bad. I mean, I think at one point I was using that exact same desk to make my Let's Plays on back in 2015. But you know what? Whatever works. At least you got a decent resolution screen. That's a Samsung by the looks of it. You got some decent headphones. Is that a router on top of your... Is that your router? Dude, that thing looks like it's a Roomba. I actually don't quite get how people manage these days without secondary monitors. Like, every time I see somebody who's got just one monitor by itself, I've got to wonder, how do you look at porn and play Warframe at the same time at that stage? I mean, unless you're watching streams on your mobile, but I don't know. I mean, you know what? Again, credit where credit is due. It's basic. You don't have a mouse pad, so I'm feeling very sorry for your desk right now. Next one from Orochi. Now, I can personally relate to this one because I myself, as an epic gamer when I was living in Ireland, I too had to use my mother's TV as my main monitor. Although I'm not sure whether he's using that for the PC or whether he's using that for... No, he's playing Warframe. I can see the mini map in the top left there, I think. You know, this is pretty cool. It's like a really nice little gamer corner. You can flip between your console. You can flip between your computer. And he's got a Diab. I'll tell you what. At least who's this? Orochi, I think. At least Orochi's got a good taste in games, eh? He's got me on the far monitor. On the middle monitor, I can only imagine that's... Is that World of Warcraft? I think that's World of Warcraft. I mean, it serves its purpose. And to be fair, he has the exact same mouse pad that I do. So, yeah. The only trouble was I find it very hard to be able to play on a monitor that size, mostly because the refresh rate is usually on your typical like big screen TVs, they have terrible refresh rates. Is that actual stains or is that patterning? I can't quite tell. But at least we know Orochi is an epic gamer, because true epic gamers all have terrible chairs, or at least chairs that are torn apart and worn down due to our arse cheeks sat on them constantly. I have now been told it's the patterning, so I will stand corrected. But my point being is you do need a new chair, because that patterning makes it look like you've sharded on your chair. It is a decent setup. I like this. I love the little blue glow you got back there. I mean, if I had to nitpick, if you're gonna make colors from come out of your screen with your RGB colors and everything, you've got 3 different colors going between your keyboard, your mouse, and your computer. If you were truly an epic gamer, you'd have the self-respect enough to try and, you know, match up those colors. Whether it be RGB or blue or red or whatever. Try and synchronize it, because my eye is like, it doesn't know where it wants to look. Ooh, okay. So we got me. That's the most important part. I like it. Although I didn't realize that Burberry was a style choice for a mouse mat. Also, that mouse mat is literally the size of your hand. How, if you're playing a shooter, how are you meant to be accurate, you know? Like, my mouse pad is friggin' huge. And whenever I'm playing something like Escape from Tarkov or a shooter, even that isn't enough for me. I mean, I don't know about anyone else. I think you can kind of tell the telling signs of a student, because usually there's weed or there's some disused cups and plates laying around, and there's usually an IKEA furniture desk and a chair, and it's very telling of a student that's just moved out for the first time. Oh god, we got another person with only one monitor. How do people do this? How do you game with only one monitor? I mean, at least he's got the epic gamer keyboard and very epic gamery looking PC. In fact, I think that might be the same. I think that is actually the same chassis that my current gaming PC has, actually. So credit where credit's due, I suppose. Damn, Jace. Oh. You know, okay, I'm not going to say anything because I knew Jace was gaming on a laptop in the first place. I think we have to give Jace full props for the fact that he's even able to game on this thing. Like, the fact that Jace has actually been able to play Warframe on a laptop that looks like it's run by hamster power. Damn, dude. Jace, you are a brave individual, and I commend you for being able to do the gaming on this. Wait, is that grass? Oh, dude, I think Jace is gaming in his shed. I mean, so long as you got internet, I suppose it doesn't. If you got a laptop, I suppose it doesn't really matter where you game. At least there'll be a good draft, and you have good air conditioning, seeing as you're gonna be outdoors. I suppose that's the benefit of having a laptop. Epic gaming in my shed, man. What's that, Dad? You want the hammer? Yes, Dad, have the hammer. There you go. What's that, Mum? You want the lawnmower? Right behind me. All right, moving on. We then have Aurorium. Oh, this guy, he looks like a Scot. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's zoom in. So here we have Oh, well, we know he's got some taste. He's got The Witcher. What's that? Medieval. That's some organization right there. That is some epic organization. You got your games right next to you. So in sacrifice of having a second screen, he's gone with an organization of his games that he has. Also, why do you still have physical copy? Don't you know that this is the year 2020 we live in, where all games are virtual and on the cloud? God, get with the times, man. And moving on. Oh, we got an artist up in this shit, boys. We got an artist. Look at that tablet. Oh my God, look at that tablet. Jeez, that thing's had more use than my friggin' microphone has. Damn. Lammy, how long have you had that thing, my dude? But once again, we got another. Oh, there's a bit of that Warframe represented. That's a pretty nice little setup, actually. It's very chill, very relaxed. You got the webcam up in the top right there. Although that webcam, that looked more like a badge there for a second. There's some Mercy art on the wall. Let me just get a bit of a. Yep, that's some great art right there. Yep, that is sorry. Yep. What else we got? We got. Oh, those things creep me out. Those little cuddly toys, those things creep me out so much. Because I see them selling them in stores near where I live. And they're so freaky. Those beady eyes. Ooh. Oh, God. We have to start making a bit of a... I think we're going to start speeding this up a little. So let's do some speed judging. Okay, so we got to sit. Oh, God. He's gaming on a Mac. Sweet baby Jesus. Hudo! Who hurt you as a kid? Oh, no. Don't you know that Macs aren't It's fine. It's fine. Maybe this is his work computer. Maybe this is his work computer. I just he's on a Mac, but he's running an emulator for Windows. If you're going to use a Mac and then emulate Windows, why don't you just get a... To be fair, Macs are much more suitable for gaming, but again, it's a gaming rig, I guess, kind of, sort of, maybe, possibly. I don't even know. I don't know. Oh, there it is. He's got an RGB mouse pad. He's got everything that a gaming setup should be, except that Apple logo. What is that? That's Okay, so we got another TV user here. But how do you? You're on a set of drawers? How do you... That can't be comfy. That physically can't be comfy. I mean, unless you rest the keyboard on your lap, but at least you got a big screen. And, oh, guys, finally, we found somebody who's an actual epic gamer. They got a pee bottle on their desk. So now we know this person's definitely the epicest of gamers with that Gatorade pee bottle. Is that... All right, so then we have another one from Rice Milk. Oh, wow, this is... This is a very spread out... So this is very clearly somebody who's a PS4 Warframe player. I mean, I think they've got Warframe... I think it looks like they got Warframe on their PC as well. Oh, no, they're playing Monster Hunter on their PC. So I feel like they probably do most of their gaming on their... Oh, actually, maybe not. That looks like an actual gaming laptop. Got another pee bottle. It's a bit of a clutter. Moving on, we've got somebody who clearly stole the shelving from his local Walmart to game on. Morph Vane, who has a actual... Have you taken the... Well, I mean, if your fans don't work, you got to get that extra bit of ventilation in there. Is that on screen? What is going on here? I am incredibly confused. That's a second monitor down below. You've got... This is a very confused setup. I mean, the only way he could have made this even more confusing was by getting one of those, like, retail fans you get and slapping it on the side of his computer to make the fan work better. So Chibi is clearly tryharding very heavily by throwing the Warframe logo at us. But props where props are due. He actually has a Warframe logo, which I don't, even though I play this game for a living. Oh my sweet baby Jesus. Oh my God. So that is what that is by looks. That is really cool looking. What we got here? So we got anime noggles. Lots of anime figures. Big anime fan. Big props for anime fan. Man of culture. Man of culture. Is that your mouse pad? Oh, this is possibly the most gamer setup we've seen so far. You got anime. You got Zelda. You got Warframe. You got a mini fridge next to your gaming setup. You've even got ass. And you've got gamer food as well in the form of Haribo. We have our first 10, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first 10 out of 10 gaming setup. And he's got a tablet. And he's got a drawing tablet as well. Good lord, man. Oh, look at the freaking... Oh, jeez. Look at the freaking computer as well. He's got an epic gaming computer as well. Damn, boy. Damn, Chippy the Kite. You have... Bravo. If I could give you a cuddle, I would. Oh, that mousepad, though. Where did you get that from, Kite? I have to know. I want one myself. And then we got Diablo. Ooh, now that's some pretty... He's even got the backlighting in it. This is very zen. You've got... I love it when I see people putting stuff on the wall to make the background look a lot more interesting. And of course, he's done the sensible thing and put me in the middle. Because clearly, I'm the one that needs to be paid attention to here. Oh, dude, he's even got a Go XLR. You got a Go XLR? Jinx! Only mine's purple and green rather than blue and red. Oh, talk about sponsorship. He's got a Pepsi. He's got a Pepsi. And he's going with the blue and red. Dude, you have the same monitor I do. All right, then we have Roxy Wolf, who has... What? Wait, what? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 iterations of Summoner Wars being played at the same time. I knew mobile gaming was a committed service, but Jesus Christ. Holy crap, Batman. Oh, he's got another monitor over here as well. I was about to say, where am I in all of this? What is that? What kind of screen is that? Oh, dude, this is gnarly. That is, that's a gamer corner. That's a gamer corner. Moving on, we have... Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so he hasn't got, like... Okay, what we got here? So... Oh, wow. So he's got, like, a big old... Like, he's got a big, high-quality LG screen at the top here, and he's split it into separate categories. Like, this is organization at its finest. So we've got... What is it? I think that looks like an emulator for a Game Boy. He's got gold. Pokemon Gold. Dude, that was my favorite Pokemon game ever. Dude, he's got a record player. This guy had... No, who submitted this? This is from Flogi. Flogi, you, good sir, have some class. You have not only organization and class, but you also then have some fine choice of beverage. Is that a giant bottle? Okay, may I correct myself? You have an addiction. There is something called AAA. I might recommend you contacting them because that is a very, very large bottle of Morgans. So, oh no, wait, it's an emulator. Look, he's got the Super Nintendo. He's got the Super Nintendo controller. Is that an original Game Boy? Is that an original Game Boy? And it's actually usable? Oh my dog. He's even got a folder for all his pornography over here as well. Look at this. And he's got... Oh, this is clashing my brain. We've got advanced technology with the Razer RGB mouse pad, the Razer RGB mouse, keyboard, and headset. We've got the oversized monitor split into 4 segments for optimal usage. We've got a clear addiction to alcohol. But we've also got somebody who's held on to his childhood in the form of his, I think, I can only imagine that's a Super Nintendo. that he's emulating with. I don't know, actually. That's so funky. Like, this is fascinating to look at. And then it looks like he's gaming under his stairwell. So on one hand, I can't tell whether this guy is... I can't tell whether Flogi is an adult that's holding on to his childhood or a parent that's having maybe a slight midlife crisis. Oh, wow. Moving on, we have my moderator Buzzling set up. And once again, we've got somebody using a laptop as their secondary monitor. But I think this actually kind of works. Like, when you use a secondary laptop, it can look quite nice, just so long as you have the room to fit it on your desk. I think this is pretty cool. He's got his mouse, his phone strung up on the side. He's got a blue Yeti on the side here. Yu-Gi-Oh fan, green wall. I'll tell you what, if Buzzling ever wanted to do chroma keying, he's got a perfect wall to do so. Oh. This being Buzzling. So we were going to give him 69 out of 10 potatoes for this. But then I've just come to the realization that he's playing Fallout 76. With a... Wow, okay, that's pretty cool. I'll tell you what, the photo itself is something I'm more interested in because it's very picturesque. I feel like Nuana has some qualifications in photography. Oh. Okay, so gaming on a laptop, it is what it is, but at the very least, at least you got a nice backdrop to look at whilst you're struggling to not have your table catch on fire from the fan overheating. Here we have, clean your desktop! A clear indicator that somebody needs, I can't say much, my desk is almost as filthy, but I suppose it's the sign of somebody who's got a lot going on in their life, you know? There's a lot happening. We've got that looks like one of those PayPal recognizers. You got is that magic cards? No, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. See, Hakamori, you've got somebody to be friends with now. Another laptop setup. You know what? I'm starting to feel like this is far more normal than I would like to have thought I would have presumed. PC gamer for my entire life, so whenever I see people having consoles as their main thing, it seems like a bit of an alien thing to me. Moving on, we then have Typhus, who clearly is a fan of purple. So instantly, because they're a fan of purple, they get 100 points. He captured Mewtwo using his computer? Damn, he's even got the same fan system that I do. That's pretty cool. Oh, no, wait, he literally has Mewtwo inside his computer. I can't imagine that's safe, surely. What if it falls over? Okay. This is what I like to call the yes, mum, I'm going to move out someday setup. At the very least, at least if there's an earthquake, you know what's going to fall off of your shelving is not going to bludgeon and kill you. I always find it fascinating. I do find it absolutely interesting when you have people who have who don't have like anything to actually put their shit on, so they just make use of whatever they can. Like, if you go back far enough into my YouTube channel, some of my earlier videos I had to make whilst I was living with my mum after being between university years, and I literally had my monitor on a stack of books. Second Serenity with a gamer laptop. That's a pretty high quality laptop, I tell you. You can't even see the pixels on this laptop. Oh, what is going on here? Oh no, he's had to put his computer on the side. Oh no, is he working on his computer? I hope you're not working on that whilst you're doing your thing. What do we have here? Is that Elder Scrolls Online? Oh, I'm very concerned with what's happening with your computer here. Is this like a thing that people do when their computers get a bit older? When the fans aren't working quite as well? Like, even the fan alignment isn't quite there. I don't think that fan's even stuck in. It's stuck in with bendy ties. Oh, I mean, it looks like there's some decent stuff in there, but I guess the fan system, I guess it's just overheating too much. Okay, you know, this is what it is. Then we got another singular a singular monitor setup from the Real Ninja. So clearly they are working with a slight sugar addiction. I mean, I like gamer snacks as well, but that's a lot of Skittles. That's Kappa Pride levels of Skittles right there. Wait, why? Was the monitor mean to you? Why does the monitor get its own room? I get that you got a really nice Samsung monitor in front of you, but the younger brother, like, you could at least try and level it out with your other monitor so it doesn't trigger my OCD. It doesn't need to be exiled to another plane of dimension. I can't tell if this is just memes or whether he legitimately does. Hold on. Let's see the person behind this. You did it. You are Gamer of the Year. So when Queen gets in trouble with his mother tells him to go game in his room. This is what gaming in his room looks like. Steven, do you have enough RGB gear here? Why do people want RGB mouse pads? I don't get it. I can sometimes understand the RGB keyboards, RGB headset even RGB mice. But the RGB mousepad, surely that's just a fire hazard waiting to happen, or even just another hassle and more cables than you need. Hey, look! Did somebody steal a photo of my setup from 2012? It's a clean setup. Triple fan usage at the front, so when one gets loose, you can start hearing the whilst you're trying to sleep. All right, now we got Octavia. Let's see what you got here. So we got we got another person who's using a big boy screen. Damn. I mean, if you're going to have one main screen, if you're going to do a big boy secondary screen, that's pretty cool. That's really nifty, actually. I can entirely, I could visualize gaming like you're gaming away and then you're like, oh, I can see on the news that I have become King of England. Yes. I think one of the big things about this video is it's showing the priority between people, right? Like, it shows what people are willing to spend their money on more. Some people put more money into their visuals, like the monitor and everything else. And then sometimes people put more money into their audio. Like, we've seen people who have clearly got a slightly lower gear system, but they have far better quality microphone and... At least we know that he's ready. Not only does he have the bottle, he has his pee bottle and his lotion. It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. We shouldn't be making fun, right? I think this is part of the world, you know? It's part of the world we live in. People need lotion to moisten their skin. All right, we have... The thing is, you can see his gaming setup in the background. That mousepad, though, that mousepad kind of makes my eyes bleed a little bit. What even is that mousepad? It's a nice little clean setup, though. Then we got another laptop gamer from Red Eyes Vikes. That looks like a pretty nifty... Oh, look at that. He's got even some Star Wars decals on there. That's... How did you even upload this? There. Well, I mean, it's not even the DS Lite either. Another laptop gamer. That looks like a more office-based laptop. So I feel like you're maybe not much of a epic gamer, maybe just like casually gaming, and you're looking to just watch people do gaming themselves. Still, laptop gamers, give the respect for making sure you can actually do some gaming. That's, oh, you know what? I think you have almost the exact monitor that I was using when I was using a TV as a monitor. That resolution, you can kind of tell. Yeah, it's a nice keyboard. Mouse pad needs a bit of a clean. It's a bit filthy. What did you do to your desk? Did you get angry at your desk or something? What a poor thing. Look, you're all flaking off the side and there's holes in it. I didn't realize HyperX did microphones. Is that Magic the Gathering? Oh, chat! I think he's got Magic the Gathering cards. Oh, is that Magic the Gathering? It is! That looks like a artifact deck? Well, I mean, we're going for the minimalistic look. That's, I feel like he bought the desk specifically for this picture. So going from a completely minimalistic setup to going from a setup where somebody has basically said to themselves, well, I could have one monitor, but am I gonna? It's a nice gaming setup, but don't get me wrong. I want to know what that drink is. It looks like really discolored milk. Well, hopefully your stomach can survive. Wait, is that actual... Is that stains, or is that... It's not stains, it's... Never mind. It's actually a world map on your mousepad. Okay, I stand corrected. It's not a stain. So we've had some people who've had one laptop as their secondary monitor. Now we've got somebody who's doubled up and gone for the whole 9 yards. And what I love is that other laptop has a Star Trek LCD screen display on it. Can I get an OWO from all my fellow weebs in the chat, please? Oh my... I'm gonna get banned off of Twitch, but Jesus Christ. So let's speed this up a little bit. So we got a green setup. I like this. This is almost futuristically looking. I'm not sure if that's a standing desk, maybe, but it's very ergonomic. You got a nice little undercoat for your keyboard. You got a lovely looking actual rig itself. You got 2 decent looking monitors. You got your bigger one. You got your smaller one. It's a good setup. You even got a clipboard, dude. This is a very clinical setup. Very clean. Although, I do feel sorry for your neck. I feel like if you're going to have 3 monitors laid out like this, you kind of want the keyboard to be further out, so you're not having to go... The Creation with a dual monitor setup. Oh, wow. Look at those weapons all over those. Sometimes it's not the setup that I'm interested in. It's what's going on in the background. He's got... What was that? Is that a Witcher? Is that a Lord of the Rings? Middle-earth. Yes, it's Lord of the Rings. So he's clearly got some love for fantasy. He's got swords, shields. That's fascinating, that is. This, to me, screams student. But it can't be, because there's not a blunt laying on the side, and there's not a random alcohol bottle laying there as well. This is somebody who clearly has some kind of motherly figure making sure they don't make a mess of themselves. Is that naked cables running through your wall? Dude, this person's living in a house that's in construction. There's literally cables going up the wall. Oh, dude. Oh, that's a big old monitor. Got your Stream Deck. Hey, you got the Stream Deck. So, funny story. Blackwing won this Stream Deck from a giveaway we did. So she's streaming. Look at her. She's streaming away. She's playing some Apex. You got a laptop on the go. Wait, what? 2 keyboards? 3 keyboards? What else we got here? Oh, got some gamer drank. Okay, so the trouble is, when I said I wanted to see your rig, I actually wanted to see your rig. I get it, you've got RGB mousepad, mouse, and keyboard, but I can't see anything else. Is that a keyboard I was about to say keyboard for mice, but is that a keyboard for rats? Is that a keyboard for a hamster? Playing some Destiny? Oh, that's a pretty clean setup. Yeah. So he's got his 2 monitors. Wait, a monitor on top would do it. 3 monitors. He's got 2 monitors on top of each other. And his main monitor. He's got a flask of what can only presumably be vodka to deal with the constant strains of running his own business. I love the over and under setup for the monitors though. I feel like that makes much better use of your space rather than side-by-side monitors. Like, I'm assuming you've got like a stand of some kind that you've got them attached to, right? It feels very claustrophobic, I'm not gonna lie. Like that is a very impressive setup. But it does feel very, very claustrophobic. Like, especially with the shelves on the side. Activate Windows. He has activated Windows. He's sat in front of it. Is that a crocheted mug? Oh, and there's a little Jinx hiding behind the monitor. So clearly this guy plays League of Legends. Clearly plays League of Legends. And he's got an epic gamer chair. But does it have RGB lights on it? Because if it don't, it's not an epic gamer chair. It's pretty cool though. Nice little comfy setup you got there. Hashiel. Alright guys, what do we think? I think from this angle it looks better. All I'll say is clean your desk. Look at all this. I mean, you got shot glasses, so clearly having a good time, but that desk needs a bit of a clean, methinks. Did I not see your mouse pad? Oh. Ah, yes. Somebody definitely plays League of Legends. I think this guy, I think he's literally in a cupboard. I mean, if you, wherever you can fit it, I suppose, but I think he's legitimately in a cupboard. Talking about being claustrophobic, holy crap. That's a tidy setup. I love the desk, actually. Both of those desks, they're a little bit uneven on their height, but they're pretty tidy. Again, the elevation on your monitor. Oh, you got 3 monitors. Again, the Dell monitor at the top there looks like something from my my secondary school years. The college student setup. This is the absolute pinnacle definition of a college student setup. I should know, because this was basically my setup for like 2 years. Except I had 2 monitors rather than 1. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a in-depth look into the world of the Warframe community and the Top Hatters as a whole. And I have to say, this entire thing has been very, very insightful as to how some people manage to make do with lesser setups. Some people manage to work with different varieties of setups. And I think above all else, as far as the community goes, we now have a deeper insight into our own workings. And I hope this video has been entertaining, because I'm not gonna lie, I've loved this. I love seeing what you guys get up to and how you guys work. Savage Indian coming in there at the last second with his own little setup as well. And I tell you what, if you want to come by and drop off your setups as well, we still have this thread up on our Discord. There'll be a link to it down in the description below. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, drop on by. There should be another video coming out the day after this one as well. This is just an extra thing we did because, yeah, I felt like it. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see all of you Top Hatters in the next video. Ta-ra!